Hello, you guys. What is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with the Fiesta Bowl. 1 day old, I know. For those of you guys who didn't know, my wife's grandfather passed away. So I have been spending the last couple days with my wife, understandably. But you guys are cool. I know now that you guys know what's going on, you guys understand that my priority is there and not so much here. But I definitely do want to keep to my commitments of being able to play these, so I have an open moment, and I figured I'd go ahead and do some commentary on this video, and if I have some free time, I will do some other ones here. So we've got Kansas State and Oregon squaring off in this game. For the longest time, I used to play as Oregon, like on the PS2, stuff like that. So every time I get an opportunity to play as Oregon, I'm always going to go ahead and do that because it just brings back a ton of memories. And honestly, my entire offensive strategy that I have developed over the years of playing football actually started off with Oregon. So it tends to work a little bit better with them than some other teams. But you know what? I haven't played as Oregon yet in NCAA 13. So we'll see how it goes. But a great completion of Miller right here to be able to get the first down and a lot more. Kansas State looking like they're going to be able to get some stuff going pretty early in the game. And when my defensive backs are playing as poorly as you saw right there, of course, they're going to be picking up a lot of yards. But the running game working well. Look at that. He is bobbing and weaving. Gets within the 10-yard line. So this is going to put the Wildcats in a very good position to be able to get some points on the board. Probably a field goal or a touchdown here at this point. But, man, I was basically untouched on that sack. But, hey, that's okay. Hubert trying to make some moves. It kind of goes against the team right there because he ends up losing yards, but hey, that's all right. Sometimes you got to put those moves on, other times you really shouldn't, and that was one of those times. But a throw downfield, Jackson intercepting this one. Oh my gosh, this could be the longest interception return I have ever had in NCAA 13. I got to get away from the sideline, going downfield. Why did I cut back in? Oh, why did I do that? That would have been a pick six. But I get it at literally the 1 yard line. I missed it by a yard. That's okay. I go ahead and I get the touchdown a play or two after that. So really no harm done. It just would have been really cool for me to go ahead and get that record or whatever would have happened because of it. Actually, I don't think it would have broken a record because I think I've had the computer do a pick six when I threw it into the end zone, so never mind. Anyway, Klein diving forward. Picking up 9 yards. We're probably going to see him running out of the pocket pretty frequently. Like if you've watched some of the other games, you guys have noticed that the quarterback really likes to run out of the pocket. So, hey, it works well for me. There we go. A pass to my halfback to be able to pick up 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 is what we're going to be looking at after that. Throw to the outside. It works. First down. So we keep going with this here. And now we're going to go with another long pass. We're going to have some wide receivers kind of wheeling out. There we go. Barner making the catch. And the first down again. I'm going to be going with my halfback. Remember, this is where it all originated from. A lot of people are like, you use your halfback a lot more than I do. That's because like with Oregon, as I played with them over the years, they've had some great running backs. And so I saw a lot of opportunities to be able to use them. That's carried on over. And heck, it seems to be working in this game just fine here as well, as we've got the 7-0 lead. And we're in a pretty good position here to be able to expand that lead if we can just get some things done. So kind of rolling out of the pocket, throwing while on the move, make the reception, and get the first down. He gets pushed out of bounds, and the Xbox froze. All right, so Xbox back working again. I really got to have that looked at. That throw over the middle to Huff gets caught in a 7-yard pickup. Oh, man. And we're looking at a potential injury right here, too. That's not cool. That's actually not cool at all. All right, so this could be a very good play. Look at that, breaking one tackle and making it into the end zone, so it turns out to be a great play. 14-0 for Oregon now. And I feel bad, you guys. I know these weren't exactly the uniforms that Oregon wore yesterday during the game, but I tried to get it as close as I could to it. But, man, it's really tough because Oregon does it different every single game, and it's probably one of the few times where I feel comfortable asking, what are they going to wear? But anyway, I try to do as close as I can, so I apologize, you guys. Please don't, nitpick on it. Anyway, so getting the first down here on the ground. Kansas State is still alive at this point. Really doing a great job of moving the ball. All the teams that I played so far in the BCS, I would say Kansas State has really done the best. Granted, they don't have any points on the board quite yet, but in that first quarter of play, I've seen a lot more potential than some other teams. Now, getting 8 yards right there, those moves that they're trying to do just is not helping them out. All right, so the first string halfback for Kansas State actually goes down earlier in the game, and the second stringer goes out right there. So we've got the third string halfback in for Kansas State. So I figure they're going to be going with the pass quite a lot now. That's what I was preparing against, but I don't even know what he was doing. It's like he just ran around that wide receiver. It's like some of the worst coverage I have ever seen of anybody, ever. I don't know, but you'll have to take a look at this again. I don't know, I should say I've seen some worse coverage attempts than this, but literally just goes around him. Whatever. All right, so I get the ball back here, of course. Still retain the lead, so that's really all that matters. 3rd and 9. Go ahead and throw it to Thomas. Only pick up 6 yards, so not enough to be able to get the first down. My mistake right there is I threw short of the first down marker, which is a big, big no-no on 3rd down. At least I feel, unless it's a particular circumstance where it's designed that way, you know, like a screenplay or something like that. But all right, 1st and 10 now after that great pass. Stevens getting out of bounds after picking up 3 yards through the air. So how I've been anticipating Kansas State was going to go ahead and play the rest of the game seems to be I was spot on, because I was anticipating just all passes. That's really what we've been seeing. That's a good thing for me, because that's a major strong point in my defense, is being able to defend against the pass when I know that it is coming. I'll get a chance to play the pass here, but they're going to drop that one. It's going to be 4th and 16. They're going to have to go ahead and punt. And here I go, now getting a chance to get back to a 14-point lead. But that was a miraculous throw, because I saw the pressure was coming. I go ahead and throw the ball up, hoping somebody will be able to catch it. And luckily, my halfback does. There's another first down through the air. We're letting the clock kind of run down a little bit, but rolling out of the pocket. That was a mistake, because I get hit once. Granted, I break that tackle, but the next defender that comes along is able to get the sack on me, which is not cool. 3rd and 19. Just waiting, throwing deep. That one gets intercepted. Chapman helping out Kansas State right there, denying me any momentum here as we're getting really close to the end of the first half. You can see 1 minute and 17 seconds at the time this one's hiked. Klein taking some time, running out of the pocket, trying to pick up a few yards. He gets 5, which is not too bad. That's a lot better than what the average is whenever a quarterback goes ahead and tries to run it like that. But anyway, 3rd and 3, and I am able to stop them just short of the first down marker. So I call a timeout, force them to punt. And so here I go, just trying to move the ball, and I get sacked. I got to be careful about running out of the pocket like that. That is not what I need to be doing. So 2nd and 16 now for Oregon. Going to go ahead with the play action. That was a mistake too. So I use up my final timeout. Play action one last time. Oh my gosh, did this work? It did. I get it to Hawkins, who makes it into the end zone as time expires in the first half. 21-7 is how we're going to be going into the locker rooms. Man, talk about lucky right there. And making sure that I checked all of my receivers, because I really wasn't anticipating about even throwing it to that side of the field. But I'm glad that I checked everybody, because the time that I do, I find the open man and we get the touchdown when I need it most. Because what's going to happen is I got a chance to kick at the beginning. I get a chance to receive right here at the second half. So maybe I'll get a few quick scores out of this here and really put things out of reach for Kansas State. So I'm going to try to run the ball here a little bit more. See if I can open up the passing game just a little bit. 3rd and 1. That one, we're going to be able to get that just by a few yards. So that goal line offense that I like to run in those short-range situations, definitely something that's working for me here in this game. It was kind of tough, actually, on that opening drive for me here, if that's what you want to call it, after I got that interception and almost returned it for a touchdown. But dang it, so many sacks in this game. It is frustrating. Yeah, my entire team is frustrated about it too. Granted, some of it is my fault, but I expect the offensive line to hold them a little bit more here. So I see an opportunity. I throw it up. Halfback is open for another long pass. That play is where I definitely utilize the speed advantage of a halfback. Because if you go ahead and you have a wide receiver on one side and another one on the opposite side, so right and left, and they just go on streaks, the safeties are going to follow them. But if you send a halfback down the middle, sometimes you'll be able to get the safeties to be so far apart that you can go ahead and you can lob it up there. And a lot of times, if a halfback's running up the middle, only a linebacker is going to cover him. So that's where I go ahead and I utilize that speed advantage. I just lob it up and know that by the time the ball gets really close to the running back, he's probably going to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the linebacker. That's really all he needs after that. But anyway, we're going to get back to the game here. Kansas State still running the ball quite a bit, only picks up 1 yard, and now he is going to end up getting injured as well. So we've got the starting halfback for Kansas State out. We've got the starting quarterback who is going to be out for the rest of the game. The second string halfback is back in now. So this does not look good for Kansas State from an injury standpoint. But, yep, that's going to be an interception here. And, oh, man, I didn't want to go out of the end zone. But I was forced to, which was tough because I would rather be at the 20-yard line right now instead of where I am, probably inside the 10. Yeah, I'm like at the 8-yard line here. Not cool. But I'm going to do the best I can to get out of this here. So 3rd and 3. I'm going to be looking at the slant route to see if I can get something going. Able to connect with Hawkins, so I'm glad that was where I was figuring about going first because, as you saw, they were blitzing, so that allowed him to be open. There we go. Get it to my halfback again, who picks up 6 yards as he was just sitting there waiting for it. And then we're going to go with a little screen play, but Kansas State defends this really, really well, which is frustrating. So I try to find Hawkins, who I thought was going to be able to go the other way, but I end up losing yards on that one. Oh, and I probably swore a couple times with that one. But a 4-yard pickup again on the ground. This is something that's just not helping Kansas State by doing this. You got to be throwing the ball. Because look at the times they do throw the ball. They get some pretty decent pickups. My secondary is not playing near where I would want them to be. But, hey, we're still not doing too bad stopping them. The thing is if they, with my secondary playing the way that they are, if Kansas State was, like, literally passing all the time as opposed to, running out of the pocket here every once in a while, it'd be working better for him. Wildcat, I even blitz. He breaks the tackle and gets into the end zone. So Kansas State getting another score right now, making it 28-14. So a big touchdown for Kansas State because this puts them, I feel, back in the game. A 14-point deficit is something that I've been able to overcome, and I've seen the computer overcome time and time again. So I've got to be careful. And I'm going to be trying to run the clock as much as I can. So you'll be seeing a lot of running plays here as we are in the 4th quarter. Bennett back, getting it to Thomas. I know here I go saying I'm going to be running the ball quite a bit, and then I go ahead and pass it, of course. But 1st and 5. Wildcats ended up going off sides earlier, so I accepted it because really nothing came out of that. 3rd and 1. Oh, man, you dropped it. Actually, you didn't even go for it. That would have been a 1st down, too. I hate it when that happens. So we're going to be looking at like a mid-range field goal right now. Oh, come on. I'm leaning left, and it barely makes it in. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. But, hey, we get the points on the board. 31-14 with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left. I think if I can go ahead and run the ball, if I get the ball back, which I do right here, this is probably going to be the biggest play of the game, then I think I've got a chance. It's all a matter of, like I said, running that clock out right now. So I'm going to go with some draw plays, see if I can get the computer to think I'm going to be passing it here. There we go, getting the 1st down. Picking up about 12 yards on that one, too. So these running plays are working out pretty well. Now that one, too, almost 10 yards. Just a few inches short. There I go, just running forward with Bennett, and I get the job done with the QB sneak. I tried it, the play right before. Kansas State stopped me from even picking up a few inches, but that time they didn't. All right, so we are under 2 minutes now. Fumble! And Kansas State recovers. Man, I should have just kneeled the ball. What was I thinking? Well, I figured since Kansas State had 3 timeouts left, they could stop it, so I figured let's just go ahead and keep running the ball. That's actually what I was thinking, but still, it was not the right course of action here. So using up a lot of time on that play here. Clock is still continuing to run down as Kansas State is trying to put together some type of miraculous comeback. But I get the sack here, so that should go ahead and destroy, I think, any real chance on this to be able to convert and get the first down and get the W. But a deep, deep throw in a triple coverage. Of course, we're going to go ahead and intercept that. Actually, that was like quadruple coverage. So, no, it was triple. So I really got to credit my safeties and my cornerbacks for making the changes in the middle of the play to make sure they have the best coverage on everybody. This is going to be the last play of the game. So Oregon wins this one over Kansas State, 31-14. Yeah, I had some pretty interesting plays on there, but I wouldn't say I was necessarily playing as fast-paced as Oregon typically does. But I come away with the W, and that's what matters here in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. So I appreciate you guys watching. I think I'm going to be able to do a couple more videos today, so expect some more to come later on. I think I'll go ahead and I'll play the national championship game a little bit later, too, pitting Alabama against Notre Dame. That's going to be kind of cool. I don't know who I'm going to play as quite yet. But anyway, you guys, thank you again for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. You are phenomenal people. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great stuff. Just check the description below. But again, you guys, thank you. And as always, I hope you all have a good one.